Yo, fine scouts and intrepid internet travelers. Welcome to my channel. I am Josh, your binging buffoon, if you will have me. Today, I'm going to watch House of the Dragon episode 9 and 10. Unfortunately, I've become such a habitual procrastinator in my old age that I've fallen behind on this show. And I've seen some spoilers online, mostly ones regarding feet pics. Which sounds hilarious and would have been great to react to. Anyway, at the end of episode 8, Viserys died. He plunged into that dark abyss and presumably reunited with his late wife. That said, it's recently come to my attention thanks to my one friend who is an avid reader of A Song of Ice and Fire, or at least he was when there was new material available. And he was talking about how in the source material, it's implied that Alicent may have poisoned Viserys. In the show, and I think I said this in my reaction, it's revealed that Alicent's weapon of choice is tea. She disposes of the girl Aegon assaults with it, and we're also shown Daemon smelling Viserys' tea as if he's suspicious of it. And at the end of the episode, Alicent is feeding Viserys tea. Now, I'm not saying this is going to play a role in the coming episodes because it did seem like she was coming around to peace and tranquility and, oh, Rhaenyra, we're friends again. But it may. Especially now that she thinks Aegon is going to save the realm, not Rhaenyra. Side note, I've also recently been thinking about how the gift of prophecy is a gift that some Targaryens possess. For example, Aegon the Conqueror, his Song of Ice and Fire, the dream that he had. And it's becoming increasingly clear that Alicent's daughter, Helena, is clairvoyant as well. That's all I have to say at the start of this video right now. All right, you guys know what it is. Reaction channel, let's ride the coattails of other people's art. As they start rolling out other Game of Thrones spin-offs, I hope they don't just use the same intro music for every single spin-off. They probably won't. This bit with House of the Dragon is clearly just to capitalize on nostalgia and ride that train. It would have been cool if they did something different, though. I mean, I know that they did use the Targaryen family tree and the blood trickling down, which is cool. That's some thick blood, because, you know, incest. Pure. Empty throne room. Everything's just vacant. We're sad. Or this is just nighttime directly after his death, and people are about to be notified. Also, it's not clear to me if Alicent knows he died, or if she just thought, oh, he's going to fall asleep, I'll go away now. If she was aware, she didn't seem very surprised that he died, or she didn't really react to it. It was just kind of like, yes, my king, I will do what you say, even though I may have killed you.
You're sure?
Oh. Okay, so now she's reacting to his death.
This is so nice, Your Grace. Stay here. Tell no one. Help me dress.
So yes, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and just assume that she thought he was falling asleep when he said that shit about saving the realm in the Song of Ice and Fire. It was only when he left and he said his late wife's name, whose name escapes me, that we as the audience realized.
I saw him.
Okay, this sounds true. Why would she lie to Otto?
He told me he was
Okay,
to be king.
yeah, oh, maybe a little bit, but no.
It is the truth. Uttered with his own lips. His last words to me, and I was the only one to hear it.
Even Otto's like, Aegon? Like Aegon, the guy, the habitual masturbator. Like, he's probably jerking off right now. He's gonna be king?
What is it that could not await an
King's
hour?
dead, bro.
Was Dawn invaded?
Well, Allison actually
The
looks
king is
sad.
dead.
I'm so confused about her actual feelings for him. Whether or not they were, I mean, they're clearly they were. Some of it was genuine.
We grieve for Viserys the Peaceful. Our sovereign.
Was he? Is this the first time they called him Viserys the
Our
Peaceful?
friend.
So I've never caught that in previous episodes, and that's ironic, considering all his soliloquies about. I wish I would have been a wartime king, kinda.
Wish that his son, Aegon, should succeed him as Lord of the Seven Kingdoms.
A lot of doubtful faces.
Discuss now. There are two among the captains of the City Watch that remain loyal to Daemon. Let us replace them. Lord Lannister.
They're already preparing for conflict.
Am I to understand that members of the small council have been planning secretly to install
Sounds
my son
like it.
without me?
I will not have this. To hear that you are plotting to replace the king's chosen heir with an impostor.
His firstborn son is hardly an impostor.
I am 76 years old. I have known Viserys longer than any.
This guy's a real one.
Not believe that he said this on his deathbed,
Right.
alone with only the boy's mother.
Right.
as a
She's not
witness.
necessarily a reliable source, especially given her history with Rhaenyra.
The king was well last night, by all accounts.
Uh-oh. Suspicion. Who
Which of you here can swear
died?
that he died of his own
So this is, so people are going to think, oh, she killed him, and now she's saying this to install her son.
Not I will have no part of...
What? Dude, fuck you, Ezra. I hate this guy.
Throw down your sword and remove your...
Yeah, fuck him, dude.
I am your Lord Commander, Sir Kristen. Cast down
Drew,
your sword.
arrest this motherfucker.
No insult to me, Sacris. You put aside your blade.
Yeah, dude. Your testosterone levels are way too fucking high.
Has it come to this?
Lord Commander, enough.
What do you mean? The Lord Commander is completely in the right here.
Peaceberry removed.
No. The door remains shut until we
You
finish
guys
our
are
business.
cold. Basically just not curb stomp, but table smashed Santa Claus. That guy could have been Santa Claus. I liked him so much.
Storm's End is of
Yeah,
concern.
let's just talk now with
We
this
may not
dude, Santa
assume
Claus,
the
bleeding out
loyalty
all
of
over our
Lord Boris,
table.
But he has 4 daughters. Pose on
What of Rhaenyra?
The former heir cannot, of course, be allowed to remain free and draw support to her claim.
She will never bend the knee. Nor will Daemon, which you
No,
know.
they won't. This is why it's unreasonable to just assume that Viserys said this, even if he did.
You plan to kill them. And all here accede to this.
Surprised.
Your father is
Good for you, Allison, struggling with your moral compass a little bit.
It is unsavory, yes. But a sacrifice we must make to secure Aegon's succession.
Lord Commander's
Then
not
there is
having
Daemon
this.
to consider.
But the king did not wish for the murder of his daughter. He loved her. I will not have you deny this.
And yet...
One more word, and I will have you removed from this chamber and sent to the wall.
Just Allison's just kind of the voice of reason here, even though she's wrong. She's just she's misunderstood his intent, what he said, obviously.
Time is of the essence.
Come on, Dougal. Again, I call him Dougal because he was Dougal in Outlander, and my sister loves that show, and I watched it, okay?
Lord Commander Westerling, take your knights to Dragonstone. Be quick and be clean.
What? He ain't having this. No, good for you, bro.
I recognize no authority but the
Good
king's.
man.
until there is one. I have no place here.
Good for you. Fuck you, Kristen. Fuck you. I hate you and your smug face.
What's happened?
Daddy's dead.
Your father.
There is a beast beneath the boards.
Oh, my dearest love.
Not me. If this is Otto, then oh, well, you're a beast too, man. I believe. Look at the empathy. Look at the sadness in his one eye. Well done, actor.
Bring him to me and me alone, Sir Eric.
But Rhaenys is locked in
What is the meaning of this?
because they know she supports Rhaenyra's claim.
Prince Aegon's not to be found within the castle walls, Your Grace. Your father has sent Sir Eric into the city to find him.
Aegon must be found, and he must be brought to me. The very fate of the Seven Kingdoms depends on it. Everything you feel for me is your queen.
What does that mean? Everything you feel for me. If Ezra's had a hard-on for Alicent all this time after he got beat up by Rhaenyra, I did not perceive any of that. I just thought he was trying to get back at Rhaenyra and is a little bitch.
Aegon brought me to the Street of Silk on my 13th name day. It was his duty as my brother, he said, to ensure I was as educated as he was. At least that's what I understood him to mean.
God, all the Targaryens just cosplay Assassin's Creed in this show. Shout out to Ezio. You were a real one. Altair as well.
I wish you luck, good sir. And my best to your friend. How you've grown.
Yeah, it's weird that he's even... I mean... With the eye patch, he's not necessarily inconspicuous.
You once swore your banners to Rhaenyra. You must now pledge them to the future
Yeah, half these
king.
people are going to walk out, man. Everyone can see the bias in all of this.
You'll not leave this room without declaring your
Alright,
intention.
yeah, let's just become tyrannical, Otto. That's going to inspire allegiance.
I am no oath breaker. I will not bend the knee.
Not exactly half, but
Anyone else?
there's enough people standing up.
House Fell keeps its sworn oath to the princess.
Very well.
Oh, he's going to kill some... Here. Yep. Wow. Wow. I mean, maybe he's just going to imprison him, but... Yep, and there's that guy's a... Yep. Inspire fear. Whatever.
Long live the king.
Good luck.
Seems you were mistaken as to Aegon's habits.
He could be in the hands of mercenaries, on a ship to Yeti. He could be dead.
Maybe I'm forgetting something from the last episode, but I don't really understand. It's like Aegon went into the city for more than just a night out now. Something else happened. Does it have anything to do with Daemon's old girlfriend? Or kids are just fighting now.
How old are they?
This is fucking barbaric.
Have them grow the nails and file the teeth. Makes them more formidable.
Wow. This is wild.
Prince Aegon spends many a night in this place. Aegon, one of many, I'd wager.
Oh, he's just got little blonde-haired kids, fucking, and they're in the fighting these primitive pits.
It is I, the younger brother, who studies history and philosophy. It is I who trains with the sword, who rides the.
It's true. Aemon's
the
should be the whatever. I mean,
I know what it is to toil for what others have freely given.
fucking just cry about it, Kristen.
I'm next in line to the throne.
Kill your brother then.
Should they come looking for me, I intend to be found.
Something must be done. Aegon is unfit to rule. He tolerated the prince's proclivities for years. Because it was my sworn duty, Eric. It's for the hand to find wisdom.
What an interesting duality that these two twins are like arguing both sides in a way. Not both sides, but one is talking about their fealty and the other is like, no, he's unfit.
Deliver him, and we'll consider your price.
My mistress will not treat with the servants of the keep. Exalted though they may be, I think he will wish to hear what the White Worm can tell him.
Who's the White Worm? Is this Daemon's ex? I mean, what are we talking about here?
He was fleeing from the gate. A warning for the princess, I'd wager.
Where were you going then with such urgency?
Yeah, this is gonna work, Otto. People can't even fucking leave King's Landing.
You've spent many hours with the Queen of late.
There's no reason those hours cannot in the end benefit you.
What a crafty way to be like, let me have sex with your daughter or something along those lines. I just know he likes her feet because of memes. So I'm not, and I never thought it was a sexual thing initially. Laris's interest in Alicent. These kite people. Obviously they're, you know, servants of the Seven, but whatever. Nice get up. Halloween this weekend should have gone as a servant of the Seven. A little kite on my back. I say that in past tense because I'm not going to do that, and this video is going to be posted after Halloween, probably. So she did have, like, love for him. That's interesting. He was a good man. Why am I locked in here, bitch?
I will do you the considerable courtesy of assuming there is a good reason for the outrage of my treatment here this morning. And you are usurping the throne. It was my husband's dying wish.
Yeah, she's not going to believe that, obviously.
It is of no consequence. Aegon will be king. House Velaryon has long allied itself with the Princess Rhaenyra, and what has it gained you? Your son.
Cuckolded.
Rhaenyra's heirs are none of yours. It is your husband who grasps so heedlessly for the throne.
Alicent makes a good argument, and she's appealing to a lot of things I'm sure Rhaenys feels, but given what happened to her, she's just gotta ally. She's with Rhaenyra. She just has to.
Princess Rhaenys, I loved my husband, but I will speak the truth. We both know. You should have been queen.
Probably, yeah. And that's exactly why she sees in Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra's a good leader. Or would be one. That's the thing, is Aegon shouldn't be king.
We do not rule, but we may guide the men that do, away from violence and sure destruction, and instead toward peace.
What you're doing isn't peace,
It's in the
though.
name of peace that you've imprisoned. Without your dragon, she may be persuaded to negotiate.
Alicent is desperate in this scene, because if Rhaenys doesn't ally with her, I don't know. You still have Aemon's dragon, but I don't know what Aegon's riding, but it's probably some little bitch of a dragon.
You desire not to be free, but to make a window in the wall of your prison. Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne?
That's a good question, and by the look in her eyes, maybe not.
Ring the bell when you have an answer.
Ring the bell when you have an answer. I have a family cabin, and there's a bell outside of the kitchen. And every time my grandma, her supper was served, we don't come running. That's not relevant in any way, shape, or form. Shout out to Gma, 96.
You yourself are the mysterious white worm, I take.
My condolences on the passing of your king.
She is the white worm. She knows fucking everything.
Where's the prince?
He is safely tucked away. I want an end to the savage use of children in slavery.
Agreed.
I look into it. You have my word.
That's not good enough.
There is no power but what the people allow you to take.
I like her.
I will remember.
I really like her. Because there is no power but what the people allow you to take. And if you take too much, if you overreach, they'll take it back. So he's just...
Your grandfather, the Hand, will meet you outside the city walls.
Look at him run. Is it just me or does Aegon kind of look like John Mayer? But blonde.
I do regret this, friend.
What's going on here? They just want to be the ones that found him? What are their intentions here?
I have no wish to rule, no taste for duty. I'm not
Wow,
suited.
what a self-aware kid.
Let me go. I will find a ship and sail away, never to be found. The Queen awaits.
A charming contest. The prize a pouch of silver. Whatever our differences, our hearts remain as one.
Oh, our hearts were never one. I see that now. I wanted whatever you impressed upon me to want.
Yeah.
And now the debt comes due. The debt you are happy enough to pay.
No king has ever lived that hasn't had to forfeit the lives of a few to protect the many, though I understand your squeamishness.
Reluctance to murder is not
No,
a
it's
weakness.
not. You know, obviously Otto would have done all this irrespective of what Alicent believed Viserys' dying words to be. She's becoming aware of all this.
My husband would have desired this mercy be shown to his daughter.
Your husband? Or you, his daughter's childhood companion?
I don't think it matters. I think both things are true.
My son will be anointed tomorrow at dawn. The whole of King's Landing must witness his ascent. He will assume authority. There will be no more dithering.
You look so much like your mother in certain lights.
She's just done with Otto's shit, man. Because she is trying to do the right thing, but she's also...
I have found
No,
out
she's
something
not.
You should know. How it is that your father, the Hand, found Aegon first.
The bug in the cane. What am I thinking right now? Come back to it. I gotta write that down. I want to see this. I think this is the foot thing, but I'm gonna text myself bug in cane. Talk about it later.
There is a web of spies at work in the Red Keep. Along its thread.
Wait, so this foot thing has been established before?
And this weaver watches me.
Wait, so they've been doing this for a while. Did he murder his family just to get a peek at her souls?
There is one way to to destroy his advantage. It must be taken out at the head.
I assume this task falls within your expertise.
If you wish it, it will be done.
Sorry, I missed some of that because she does have nice feet. Kidding. Oh, dude. Man, I really feel bad for Alicent in this episode. I empathize with her more than I did in any of the other ones. Why I like this episode so much already because we haven't even seen Rhaenyra. So the hero of this episode is Alicent. Hero meaning the person we sent the person whose perspective we align ourselves with the most. I don't even know if where are we at? Are we even going to see Rhaenyra? I don't know. We're already pretty deep into it.
With me, princess. I cannot let this treachery stand.
Eric, let's go. Yeah, dude, fuck. Otto's intense, man. Otto's a lot. As the kids would say, Otto is doing the most. Fucking kids. Valerian the Dread. Oh, I could be wrong. Did they just burn down the White Worm's domicile? Presumably Laris, and because everything he does has to do with he's burning everything down. The shifting of perspectives in this episode, really. Maybe I've been too hard on Aegon, to be honest with you. I know he's a scumbag and he's an ass. He's just a terrible human being. But at least he knows it.
And my father never was.
Yeah, it's true.
He had 20 years to name the heir,
Yeah.
but never did. Steadfastly, he upheld me.
Yep. No, he didn't. See, that's the thing, is even if you thought he was talking about Aegon in those final moments, he could have been fucking delirious. He was sick. I'd probably say something very demented, honestly. It would not paint the greatest picture of me.
Do not toy with me.
Or I just asked for my mom, probably. Here's this fucking dagger.
Your grandfather, the Hand, will try to impress on you that Rhaenyra should be put to the sword. You must reject this counsel.
You love me.
You disowned him like an episode or two ago, you imbecile. It's strange because these actors, Olivia Cook and I don't know the name of the actor who plays Aegon, but they look very close in age. Why would anyone want to live in King's Landing? It's like California. For the common folk, I mean. Well, half of those people are CGI, and it's very blatant. But I like this imagery right now. Just all the impoverished walking in to see and hear
People of King's Landing,
about something.
today is the saddest
Yeah, it is sad.
days.
But not because he's dead, but because
Our beloved
Aegon's going to be
king,
your new king.
Viserys. He whispered his final wish that his firstborn son, Aegon, should succeed him.
It's a reaction here. Yeah, everyone's like, huh? Oh, clapping. Some applause. You know, if Alicent just had a conversation with Rhaenyra could be like, that dream, he's talked to me about it, and we were talking about it the other day, and he probably just thought he was talking to me. Stuff like that in narratives, that just these misunderstandings, they drive you nuts. If two people could just have a conversation, or that's so frightening and true to life, because how many wars, how many people have died in the history of humanity just because of a misunderstanding? Everything comes down to communication. That's why I majored in it. It's fucking important. This cinematography is dope.
To be here to witness this, a new day for our city, a new day for our
He's crying as he walks up. He doesn't want this.
to lead us.
I'm sympathizing with Aegon? Jesus Christ, man.
May the crone lift her shining lamp and light his
Bernice is out of here. Olivia Cook's just really good at looking dead inside when things happen. I bet you Rhaenyra finds out about all this through the old Lord Commander. I forget his name. Or maybe Rhaenys, I don't know.
The Seven bear witness. Aegon Targaryen is the true heir to the Iron Throne.
Shut up, Kristen. You sound like if they ever let an Abercrombie model speak. That's what you sound like. Disappointing. Not commanding whatsoever. Helena's like, you arrogant fuck, Otto. You arrogant fuck. This is just about your ego. Is he gonna like it? Is he gonna like the applause, the attention? What a shot. What? What? It's like a terrorist attack, and it's kind of sad, but I don't want, I mean, fuck what's happening. Sorry about the citizens, though. I mean, what is this, Rhaenys? I'd be more shocked about this, but I've seen pictures of her online, of her on a dragon. That's why I can't stop getting behind on stuff. Let's go! I mean, it'd be so cool if it's Rhaenyra, but I think it's Rhaenys. Pretty sure. Yeah, let's go. She doesn't really need to say anything, I guess, because this is just her being like, nope. I'm not gonna let what happened to me happen to Rhaenyra, so you know. Well, she expected to get burned alive. And she's like, yeah, I could. I totally could. So watch it, because we're gonna fuck you up if you don't watch out. Yeah, she didn't need to say anything. She just, yeah, that was a statement in and of itself. What a way to end an episode. So yeah, obviously Rhaenys is gonna fly off to Dragonstone and tell Rhaenyra what happened. Rhaenys has been so back and forth. And part of the reason she's been so back and forth is probably because she was so disillusioned at first to the inner workings of everything. How she was fucked over. And she was just like, naturally, this is going to happen to Rhaenyra as well. But then at every turn, Viserys had supported Rhaenyra, the person who she felt took the throne from her, supported someone in a similar position to herself at every turn. It's like, no, I just can't I can't watch this happen again. Not to my niece. Apologies to her niece for calling her out for the terrorism bit, but just gonna demonize Rhaenyra further. I'm just gonna call this right now. I don't know the ins and outs of how this story goes. I just know the end result. But I wouldn't be surprised if down the road things get out of hand and Alicent is like, yeah, I fucked up, Rhaenyra. I'm gonna try and help you now. But way down the road. Because Alicent's just creating monsters at every turn. And at some point she's gonna sit back and be like, look at what I've done. The Lord of Driftmark.
There you are.
I'll just ruin everything. I don't want Driftmark. It should have passed on to Sir Vaymond.
We don't choose our destiny, Luke. It chooses us.
It's interesting that Luke has doubts, which parallels Aegon's doubts in the episode prior.
I'm not like you.
In what way, sweet boy?
I'm not so perfect.
There are imperfections in how we reconcile them.
My father looked after
It makes
me
us worthy.
and helped to prepare me for my duties. Your mother will do the same for you.
Princess Rhaenys has just arrived on Dragonback. She urgently requests an audience with you and Prince Daemon.
Here we go. You know, in the final seasons of Game of Thrones, the fast travel bothered me, but the pacing of this show has already established that as a normality, so it makes more sense. As is acceptable.
Might we hope for news of Lord Corlys's recovery?
Viserys is dead.
Let's just get to the point. Yep, reactions.
Aegon has been crowned as his successor.
Viserys has been slain.
Alicent demanded you declare for Aegon.
She did. Rightful king.
That whore of a queen murdered my brother and stole his throne, and you could have burnt more for it.
A war is like to be fought over this treachery, to be sure.
Look at Matt Smith's face right now. She's giving birth? Is the stress of this moment? Oh no.
Baby's coming.
We've done this 5 times before. Keep your spirit in the 6th will be no different.
Oh, get off! Get off!
First episode of the season, birth. Last episode of the season, birth. But death as well.
Your grandsire, King Viserys, has passed.
Viserys?
The Greens have repudiated the succession and claimed the Iron Throne.
What an act.
Where is Daemon?
I don't know. Gone to madness.
Yeah. He's pissed.
Gone to plot his war. Viserys! Whatever claim remains to me, you are now its heir. Naught is to be done but by my command.
Why does he seem vaguely defiant with that nod? Like he's gonna do something stupid.
The sea snake's fever is broken and he has left Evenfall.
Where is he sailing?
That much is unclear, my prince.
Ugh.
We'll send ravens to our nearest
Curious to see what Corlys does.
Darkling. I'll fly to the Riverlands myself and affirm Lord Tully's support.
You will do no such thing. My mother has decreed no action be taken while she's abed. Did you hear what I said?
Ravens, Lord Artemis.
What are they going to listen to?
I shall see it done.
Salmon.
Viserys when he succeeded him.
Do you acknowledge the true line of succession?
Yes. Yes, my prince.
What are you doing, Damon? This is the same approach that Otto is taking. This isn't the way forward. Jace knows it.
Swear anew your oath to Rhaenyra as your queen. Or, if you support the usurper, speak it now. And you will have a clean and honorable death.
Princess, let us help you.
This is a lot to take in right now. The emotion of all of this.
Princess, please. You shouldn't do this alone, Princess. Let us help you.
Oof. Jesus. Gee, my God. God, this show's shown us breech births, miscarriages, and it hasn't shied away from showing us. That was horrific.
I mean no harm, brothers.
What's up, Eric?
I swear to ward the Queen.
Is his twin?
I shall take no wife,
That's gonna be interesting.
hold no lands.
Brother versus brother. Really a family affair. This war.
My queen.
Getting goosebumps. I'm getting all I'm getting all sorts of feelings. My nipples are hard. Is Rhaenys gonna kneel? Or just stand there as her equal? That's how I should be lighting multiple candles at once. Many a romantic evenings have been ruined with me just running around lighting all these candles. That's cool. That's really cool.
Of Your Grace.
It's funny how on multiple occasions, whoever is challenging, you know, the kid, whoever sits on the throne, their claim, it's always a Dragonstone, whether it be Daenerys or Rhaenyra or Stannis.
What is our standing?
We have 30 knights, 100 crossbowmen, and 300 men-at-arms.
Oh.
Dragonstone is relatively easy to defend, but as an instrument of conquest, our army leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
What of Storm's End and Winterfell?
There has never lived a Stark who forgot an oath, and
It's
with
true.
House Stark, the North will follow.
Lord
I
Boros
wonder if
Baratheon
that's
will need to be
true, but Yeah, I imagine the Starks are gonna ally with them. Shout out to the Starks and their nobility.
The talk of men is moot. Your cause owns a power that has not been seen in this world since the days of old Valyria. Dragons.
I count. We have Cyrax, Caraxes, and Melis. Your sons have Virmax, Arax, and Tyraxes. Baela has Moondancer.
They have more
Daemon,
dragons.
none of our dragons have been to war.
The West, surround King's Landing with the dragons, and we could have every greenhead mounted on spikes before the fucking moon turns.
Your Grace.
She's not gonna want to burn it down.
Ship is sighted offshore.
Is that Otto? This is what a parallel to the beginning of the season when they had this same face off. But now instead of Rhaenyra sweeping in to prevent war, or who's gonna sweep up and in and back? Otto this time, Aemon.
Where is the princess?
Yeah, this is very much mirrors the beginning of the season, but it's the opposite, sort of, where at least where Rhaenyra's allegiance lies. With Daemon, of course, because his lies with her. And she also lands pretty much in the same spot. And she's walking up. Dude, this is cool.
Princess Rhaenyra.
I'm Queen Rhaenyra now. And you all are traitors to the realm.
I would rather feed my sons to the dragons than have them carry shields and cups. For your drunken usurper cunt of a king.
It's an apt description.
He wears the conqueror's crown, wields the conqueror's sword, has the conqueror's name. He was anointed by a septon of the faith before the eyes of thousands. And then there is Stark, Tully.
He was never officially named heir. Who gives a fuck?
Also received and are at present considering generous terms from stale oaths will not put you on the Iron Throne, princess.
I love how Otto hasn't even mentioned what Viserys supposedly said with his final breath. Because he doesn't give a fuck and he knows it doesn't hold any weight.
You are no more
Even if, and he probably doesn't believe it.
Fucking traitor.
Yeah, take that fucking.
Fuck is this?
A letter from Alicent.
Queen Alicent has not forgotten the love you once had for each other. No blood need be.
I wonder, see, if Alicent mentions the thing about A Song of Ice and Fire in the letter, it might make...
Along with his withered cock, let's end this mummer's farce. Sir Eric, bring me Lord Hightower.
It might make Rhaenyra doubt, but this is something good.
No.
Daemon wants...
King's Landing will
blood.
have my answer on the morrow.
Think about it. Let's see what she says.
When dragons flew to war, everything burned.
Yeah.
I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ash and bone.
Right. Ah, it's so much symmetry with
My father's dead,
Daenerys.
and he chose me as his successor. To defend the realm, not cast it headlong into war.
The enemy have declared war.
Clear the room.
I hope she neuters him right here.
Does the promise of war excite you?
You cannot bend the knee to the Hightowers. They
Probably
stole your
does.
birthright.
If you could take the Iron Throne without putting Otto Hightower's head on a spike, would you?
Are you not angry?
You know my oath reaches beyond our personal ambitions. A Song of Ice and Fire.
Daemon not know? The
My brother
fuck are you doing?
Was a slave to his omens and portents. Anything to make his feckless reign appear to have purpose.
The fuck are you doing?
Dreams didn't make us kings.
Dragons did.
Dragons did.
What? What the fuck?
I never told you. Did you?
What was that reaction? Was it just, I didn't know about that dream? Viserys has overlooked me once again, and he reacts to Rhaenyra that way? What the fuck? Hello, Corlys?
I've had men whipped for falling asleep on their watch.
Welcome back, my friend. Big fan of Corlys these days. I've missed him.
You abandoned me.
That's how I feel, Corlys.
When I most needed you. Your brother is also dead. He stood before the king and denounced Rhaenyra's sons as illegitimate.
Heedless ambition has always been a Velaryon weakness.
What a rational reaction.
I reached too far, and for nothing. Our pursuit of the Iron Throne is at an end. We shall declare for no one. We will retire to high tide to be content.
And now she's gonna be like, no, I'm actually back in Rhaenyra here.
Rhaenyra was complicit in our son's death. That girl destroys everything she touches.
I wonder if Rhaenyra will ever show up again.
Every man standing round the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war. Rhaenyra is the only one who's demonstrated restraint.
Lord Corlys Velaryon and his wife, the Princess Rhaenys Targaryen.
Where is Daemon?
There were other concerns which demanded the prince's attention.
Corlys is like, I know Daemon's probably just fucking pissed right now. Let's go to war.
Our houses are bound by common blood and common cause. This high tower treason cannot stand.
Good for you, Corlys.
Your Grace.
Wow. I mean, I kind of expected Corlys to do whatever Rhaenys would do. I mean, he's going to follow his wife. He's a simp. In the best way, though. Like a admirable alpha simp.
You do not mean to act.
Taking caution does not mean standing fast. I wish to know who my allies are before I send them to war.
Makes sense.
The consequence of my near demise in the Stepstones is that we now control them. The Narrow Sea is ours.
Look at Corlys.
If we further seal the gullet, we can cut off all seaborne travel and...
Ironically, that's a result of, you know, Lenore faking his death, which sent Corlys, like, on a spiral. I gotta go back to sea and do shit. Now we got this optimistic music in the background.
We must first secure the support of Winterfell, the Eyrie, and Storm's End.
I'll prepare the ravens, Your Grace.
We should bear those messages. Dragons can fly faster than ravens.
That's stupid, though. Because it leaves you open to be attacked. Fucking... No. No one cares about whether or not a raven comes back okay. This is stupid.
Prince Jacaerys will fly north.
Something's gonna happen here.
Prince Lucerys will fly south to Storm's End and treat with Lord Boros Baratheon. We must remind these lords of the oaths they swore.
Yeah, no. Let's use valuable assets like heirs to the Iron Throne, your children, and dragons, separate them to send messages that could be sent in other ways with a raven. That's stupid.
If you take this errand, you go as messengers, not as warriors.
They should be on the defense, though. I can't think where Dragonstone is in, like, comparison to Winterfell, for example. Do they have to fly past or near King's Landing? Maybe they'll be fine. I don't know. Whatever. I'm overreacting. I just feel like this sets up something bad to happen.
Grace.
So Luke's going to Winterfell, and Jace is going
Storm's End.
Storm's End.
You have Baratheon blood from your grandmother, Rhaenys. And Lord Boros is an eternally proud man.
He doesn't have He doesn't have Baratheon blood. Yeah, I can say he does. I guess there's no way of, you know, those at King's Landing knowing they're in the air going places. It's a tiny ass little dragon, kind of. Some of us sing in the shower. Daemon sings in caves. Because he's a narcissist and it needs to echo. He needs to be able to hear himself. That's a dragon. I was gonna ask if Daemon could claim multiple dragons, but yeah, Daenerys did, so yeah. What if Storm's End has declared for Aegon, though? Oh, fuck. Is that Aemon's dragon? Did he beat him here?
Prince Lucerys Velaryon.
Oh, fuck.
Son of Princess Rhaenyra.
I said this in the last episode, what if Luke and Aemon face off? But I said if Luke's gonna face off against Aemon, he's gonna need a fucking growth spurt and some steroids, and their dragons aren't even compare. He's fucked. He's
The
fucked.
House of the Dragon does not seem to know who rules it. What's your mother's message?
He's fucked, man. Something's gonna happen to him, and it's gonna piss off Rhaenyra, and then she's gonna go all Mad Queen. Or maybe not, I don't know. Daemon's relishing in this. This guy's a Baratheon? Dick.
Remind me of my father's oath. King Aegon at least came with an offer. My swords and banners for a marriage pact.
My lord, I am not free to marry. I'm already betrothed.
So you come
Oh
empty-handed.
no. This isn't going well.
Tell your mother that the Lord of Storm's End is not some dog that she can whistle up at need to set against her foes.
Wait.
I'm really
My
fucking
Lord
nervous
Strong.
right now. Oh no.
Did you really think that you could just fly about the realm, trying to steal my brother's throne at no cost?
That's what I said.
I came as a messenger, not a warrior.
But yeah, that was bad advice, Rhaenyra. I'm sorry.
No. I want you to put out your eye.
What the fuck's in his eye?
One will serve. I would not blind you.
Dude.
No.
Then you are craven as well as a traitor.
Not here. Not. Not have blood shed beneath my roof. Take Prince Lucerys back to his dragon. Now.
This isn't good though. He's gotta get the fuck out of here. Aemon and his dragon are gone? This isn't good, man. This is way too ominous and quiet. Yep, there he is. Jesus Christ. It's not even. He has no chance. He has no chance. Luke is fucked, man. I'm not even letting this tension affect me because he's just fucked. I have no hope right now. Don't do that. Don't make me think he can get away. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, it was an accident? The dragon got pissed off and just did it? Oh, Aemon didn't want to do this. So Aemon was just fucking with him. And then the dragons just went at it. And both the riders were trying to get them back in line. You gonna go Super Saiyan? Gonna burn them all. Yes, I'm older and hairier in this outro, but I did wear this shirt again for the sake of continuity. I went into this series pretty guarded, I think in the wake of Game of Thrones. And maybe that kept me from binging this the way I should have, or being as invested as I could have been. Clearly, it's proven that it's more than just a cash grab by being a legitimate piece of art in its own right. That being said, I think its popularity speaks for itself at this point. A lot of people watched it in a time where other fantasy series like Rings of Power and The Witcher are getting torn apart for being uninspired, unfaithful cash grabs, if you will. It's evident that fans really appreciate projects like House of the Dragon, which is certainly courageous in its endeavors as it avoids like tropes. And just feeling like it was written by people who don't love the IP, which is the world of Westeros. This show takes inspiration from Fire and Blood and I think a short story or two, which didn't go into detail necessarily in the way that this show does regarding the Dance of Dragons, the Civil War. There isn't too much to go off of. It's not, those weren't novels in the same sense. The short story that my buddy told me about and Fire and Blood, which is essentially just a comprehensive history of the Targaryen dynasty. So they're not novels in the same sense of like A Song of Ice and Fire. It gives the showrunners and the writers a lot of room to experiment and flesh out events and characters, the latter of which they're doing very well by just recognizing their humanity. Whether they be green or black, everyone in this show, almost everyone. I don't know how complex a character Kristen Cole really is, to be honest with you. The scorned side piece. But an evident example, just because he's so cool and terrible at the same time, is Daemon. I thought he was a straight up villain at first, but then you realize he's just this guy, not unlike Alicent, who cares for his family, is a little unhinged, he's unpredictable, and he's callous, as seen in the finale when he's just committing a tiny bit of domestic abuse against Rhaenyra. Especially in the later portion of this first season, you really begin to question who you're rooting for. Well, I mean, not really. You're always rooting for Rhaenyra, but I really started to emphasize with Alicent near the end. That being said, it kind of reminds me of that battle between Dany and Jaime's armies in season 7 of Game of Thrones. You didn't really want either party to win because it would mean the destruction of either something you love or everything. And that's at the heart of this series. That unnecessary division that's driven by ego, which is something that we perpetuate in contemporary society. This idea someone needs to be right, that someone needs to win. Thanks to Viserys' fine parenting, Rhaenyra is astutely aware of how war could be the end of the Targaryen dynasty. But now she's been through it. I mean, fuck. That last episode when she's going through that miscarriage, and it's cutting back and forth between Daemon, who's on this war path, and her. And then now she's lost her son. It makes sense that that final shot, that oneer, where Daemon's going up to her, and it ends with, close up of her face, her just enraged. She's the driving force behind probably the events of the next season. This shift in her is gonna be the end of everything, or at least the dragons. What else did I want to address? Oh, the bug in Larys' cane is a firefly. Fire, chaos, I don't know. He wants destruction. The relationships between dragons and riders kind of reminded me of the demons in Dark Materials. Characters' souls manifested as animals. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that show or read those books. But the dragons sort of have this connection with, the riders in the show. Even though it's not perfect, obviously, as seen by Aemond just fucking with his nephew and accidentally killing him. 2 years till season 2. That's all I have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drive me off this platform if you must. Like, subscribe. Big love to everyone, anyone. I shouldn't act like I even have an audience, because I don't. Who was bored enough to join me. Drink water, stay young, don't be an idiot, be a buffoon. Peace.